everyone. In today's video, let us learn about estimation of protein in urine sample. Before moving on to estimation, let us know why do we have to go for protein estimation in the urine sample. So there is a condition called as proteinuria. This condition is created when a person or a patient is having certain nephrotic syndromes. Now, what are these nephrotic syndromes? It could be certain kidney diseases, or because of diabetes or blood pressure, the kidneys will become non-functional. In that case, our nephrons, the kidney cells, will not be able to filter the proteins present in the urine. Present in the blood sample. So it cannot purify the proteins that is present in the blood sample. Now what are these proteins? Proteins that are present in blood are called as albumins. They are called as serum albumins. So when the nephrons cannot filter the protein that is present in the blood sample, the blood sample will not absorb the urine during filtration. In that case, what happens? The urine will be having the protein content. So the proteins, when it is not being filtered by the nephrons, it gets absorbed in the nephrons and it will be secreted in the urine. So that is a pathological condition which is not a great sign and it will cause it is a sign of certain disorders and diseases. So therefore, we have to estimate protein in the urine sample. So when we know how much amount of protein is present in the urine sample, then we can tell whether the patient is having certain nephrotic syndromes or kidney failures and so on. So protein in urine, high amount of protein in urine is a sign that the person is going to have a nephrotic syndrome or certain kidney failures. So protein estimation has to be done for this purpose to know what is the condition of a patient related to his kidneys. So now let us move on to the principle. Now the method that we will be using for protein estimation is biuret method, wherein we will be using a reagent called as biuret reagent. So let us move on to the principle. The biuret reagent has certain components. So let us see what are the components. The components that are present in biuret reagent are sodium potassium tartrate, copper sulfate, potassium iodide and NaOH. Now, what are proteins made up of? We all know that proteins are made up of amino acids. The amino acids are linked together by a peptide bond. The peptide bond plays a very important role in biuret reagent. So let us see what is the function of this peptide bond. So the amino acids are connected together by a peptide bond. So the peptide bond reacts with copper ions that is present in the biuret reagent in an alkaline condition. So which are the chemicals that are present giving alkaline conditions to biuret reagent? It is potassium iodide, NaOH and Rochelle salt. All of this will provide alkaline conditions to the reaction, wherein the peptide bond is going to react with the copper ions. So when the peptide bonds react with copper ions in alkaline conditions, it forms a complex. This complex is purple colored. If you see biuret reagent, because of copper sulfate, will be blue in color. So when the peptide bond reacts with copper ions under alkaline conditions, for 10 minutes if we incubate it, during incubation what happens is the blue color, the copper ions are blue in color. Copper sulfate in the biuret reagent is blue in color. When it forms a complex, when it forms a peptide and copper ion complex, it gets converted to purple color. The complex formed is the purple colored complex. So when we measure the purple colored complex using a calorimeter at 540 nanometer, we will get to know what is the amount of protein that is present in the urine sample. So this is the basic principle of estimation of protein in the urine sample by biuret method. Now let us move on to the procedure. So here we are going to take 3 test tubes. One of the test tube we are going to use it as blank. Another test tube we will be using as standard. Another test tube will be for our test. That will be the urine. Urine sample is going to act as a test. Now, let us see how to prepare the blank. Since we are measuring using a using a calorimeter, we have to use a blank to calibrate the calorimeter. So now, we should take 3 ml of distilled water to which we have to add 3 ml of biuret reagent. So this is going to act as our blank, where distilled water is present and biuret reagent is present. Now how do we prepare the standard? For protein standard, we are going to take bovine serum albumin. We are going to prepare 1% of bovine serum albumin, which is going to act as our protein standard. So here we are going to take 3 ml of 1% protein standard, to which we will add 3 ml of biuret reagent, which is going to act as our standard. Later, we have to prepare our test. So to prepare our test, what is required is urine sample. Since we are estimating the protein that is present in urine sample, we should take urine sample as our test, wherein we will take 1 ml of urine sample in a centrifuge tube. We should add 1 ml of 20% trichloroacetic acid, that is TCA, to the urine sample. Both the components are centrifuged using a centrifuge machine. So this is taken in a centrifuge tube and it is put for centrifugation. After centrifugation, we will obtain pellet and supernatant, where supernatant is discarded and pellet is the proteins that is being precipitated or pelleted out. So proteins will pellet down. So we are going to collect the pellet. Now this pellet has protein in it. Pellet is the protein component. So we are going to take the pellet and dissolve it in 0.5 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH and 2.5 ml of water. So what are we doing? We are dissolving this protein in NaOH and water. After we dissolve it, we are going to add 3 ml of biuret reagent to it. So this is how we are going to prepare the urine sample. First we have to process the urine sample to obtain a pellet. The pellet is going to act as our protein. The protein should be dissolved in 0.1 normal NaOH and water. To this we are going to add biuret reagent. Like this, we are going to prepare the blank, standard and test. Now all the 3 test tubes has to be incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. During this incubation period, the protein is going to react with the biuret reagent and it is going to give us a purple colored complex, which will be measured at 540 nanometer using a colorimeter. So this is our principle. So let us move on to the performance. So let us see the requirements for protein estimation. We need a set of 3 test tubes, distilled water, TCA which is 20%, 0.1 normal NaOH, biuret reagent, standard protein sample which is 1% and urine sample. So these are the requirements for protein estimation in urine sample by biuret method. So let us begin with the performance. We are going to take a centrifuge tube in which we will take 1 ml of urine sample. So the test is our urine sample. We are going to take 1 ml of urine sample. To the 1 ml of urine sample, we will add 1 ml of trichloroacetic acid. We are going to add 1 ml of 20% trichloroacetic acid. After which we are going to centrifuge this sample. You can now see that there is no pellet formed. This is before centrifugation. Now we are going to place this tube for centrifugation in a centrifuge machine. To balance the machine, we are going to use another tube containing distilled water. We are going to close it and perform the centrifugation. Now we have completed the centrifugation process. Now the RPM was 4000 and for 10 minutes we have centrifuged it. After the completion of centrifugation, you can see the pellet has been formed. we will decant the supernatant and take the pellet. Carefully you have to do this process so we do not lose the pellet. So you can now see that we have obtained the pellet. To this pellet now we will add 0.5 ml of NaOH. It is 0.1 normal NaOH. 0.5 ml of NaOH will be added to this pellet to dissolve the pellet. Also, we are going to add 2.5 ml of distilled water. We will dissolve the pellet using 0.1 normal NaOH and distilled water. So we will take the distilled water, 2.5 ml of distilled water. Using this, we are going to dissolve the pellet that has been obtained after centrifugation. We have to mix it thoroughly for dissolving it completely. So let us mix it now. So after dissolving, you can see that the pellet is completely dissolved. Now we have to transfer the test sample to a test tube. We are going to transfer it into a test tube. So the volume here is 3 ml. So this is our test sample. Now we are going to take blank tube. In the blank tube we should take 3 ml of distilled water. 3 ml of distilled water is going to act as our blank. Now to the blank tube we are going to add 3 ml of biuret reagent. Now we are adding 3 ml of biuret reagent to the blank tube. So you can see we are adding 3 ml of biuret reagent to the blank tube. You can see because of the biuret reagent, the color is blue in color. Now we are going to take standard tube. To the standard tube, we will add 1% standard protein solution that we have prepared. Here we have used bovine serum albumin to prepare the standard. So 1% of bovine serum albumin is going to act as our standard. 3 ml of bovine serum albumin standard is taken in the test tube. Now we are going to take the test sample. As you all know, we have dissolved the pellet in 0.5 ml of NaOH and 2.5 ml of water, and our test sample is ready. To this test sample, we should add 3 ml of biuret reagent. So we are going to add 3 ml of biuret reagent to the test. Now you should also add biuret reagent to the standard tube. Now we are adding biuret reagent to the standard tube as well. You can see already the protein present is reacting with the biuret reagent to give a purple colored complex even before the incubation. Please note the color. Even before incubation, it has turned purple because of excess protein. Now we are going to incubate it at 37 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes of incubation. Now we are going to take out the tubes. So now you can look for the color change. The blank tube is still blue because there is no protein present in it. The standard tube, because it is 1% protein, the color is very dark. It has already formed purple color and it is very dark. And you can see the test sample, the urine sample also had some amount of protein. Therefore, it has also given us purple color. Now we are going to estimate the protein using a calorimeter. Since we have to use a 540 nanometer, we are going to use a filter number 5. So you can see we have set the filter to 5. Now let us calibrate the calorimeter using our blank. We have to take blank in a cuvette. Then we have to set the OD value to 0 with our blank. Before that, it is very important for us to clean the cuvette on the outer side. So we are going to set it to 0. So now you can see that we have set the calorimeter to 0. The blank is set to 0. Now we are going to check the OD value for the standard. We are going to transfer standard in the cuvette and we are going to measure for the OD. Now you can see that the standard OD value is 0.43. Now we are going to transfer the test sample into the cuvette and we will measure for the OD. Now we are going to measure the OD for test sample. The OD value for test sample is 0.16. Now let us look into the calculation. So we have recorded all the OD values in the tabular column, wherein blank was 0.0, standard is 0.43 and test is 0.16. Now this values has to be calculated. So let us move into the calculations. So to calculate this, there is a formula. The formula is OD of test minus OD of blank divided by OD of standard minus OD of blank should be multiplied by concentration of standard and volume of sample. So when we plot all the values on this formula, we get it like this, where the test OD was 0.16, blank was set to 0.0, standard was 0.43 and the blank is 0.0. Now here the concentration of standard. We had prepared 1% of protein standard. So you can see here 1% of standard, which means 1 gram in 100 ml. Now if you convert it into mg per ml, the value is going to be 10 mg per ml. So the concentration of our standard is 10 mg per ml. So this value you are going to place here. So concentration of standard is 10 mg per ml. So how much amount of sample did we take? So the volume of sample that we had taken is 3 ml. So we have actually put all the values into our formula. So now if we see, when we calculate this, we get it like this, 0.372 into 3.3. So when we calculate this, what we get is 1.24 mg per ml. So the amount of protein in urine sample was found to be 1.24 mg per ml. So this is how we will estimate the amount of protein that is present in the urine sample. Thank you class.